What is going on, guys? Welcome back to another John Drives video. Today it is time to tear apart the WRX motor because we need to make sure this thing is ready to race. We can't have this thing blowing up on us on the racetrack, so we have to make sure this thing is absolutely bulletproof. So what we're gonna do today is we're gonna tear the heads down, we're gonna take off the intercooler and all that stuff. I think we're actually gonna switch back to a top mounted intercooler and get rid of this big front mount setup. We don't really need it exactly, and it's a lot of just cumbersome stuff, and also we can sell it for a decent amount and buy a top mount for a little bit cheaper and have a little money, because we have to sell some money still out of this thing to make it Lemons legal. And this motor has 140,000 miles on it, and we want to make sure it is good to go for Lemons. But also, before Jordan gets over here, I am just cleaning things out because this thing is getting dirtier and dirtier and not cleaner. So, and we almost have all the doors done, have one more door to do, so let's go ahead and get it going.
Engine out yet?
Engine out yet? Almost. That's the right over there in that box. It's like something in here.
Something's holding it on.
Yeah. I was just kind of grind it until it came off. We also got to smooth some of these out a little bit more. Matt did a pretty good job. So it's been a couple hours and I got a lot of the WRX cleaned out here. As you can see, it looks pretty good from the interior. The back is still really dirty back there. I laid out all the things that I'm selling currently, not the bumper, not the doors, but all these different interior parts and AC units and stuff like that, just to put on my local Facebook page. Some dude wants to meet up next weekend and buy some of this interior stuff. So I'm glad it's going well, getting some money in. Bring this thing back down to where we need it for sure. It's literally just turned 6 o'clock and it's already pitch dark out, and I hate that because we can't get much done outside when it's dark, but we also have some lights to finish up those doors tonight. We're gonna go ahead and start working on the motor. All the wheels and tires off because tomorrow I'm taking them to get mounted, so we'll be good to go on that. Whoa, bull. Freaking door. Let's go. Just need to grind them down a little bit so there's no rough edges. It's like a little grinding wheel. Should be good to go.
It's casual.
So a little change of plans here. I think we're actually going to start pulling the motor tonight. Last night I went ahead and got an engine hoist. It was on sale, Harbor Freight, the Harbor Freight Special. Oh yes. And so Gabe's going to go over here and start putting it together while Matt over here finding them sizes and stuff. I'm going to go ahead and start finding the stuff we need to take out, disconnecting turbo lines and all that good crap.
You know what? With all the stuff that we do and all the stuff that says easy and it ends up being hard, we deserve this to be easy.
We kind of do.
Like, the universe kind of owes us this at this point.
Car world. We're getting it all prepped here. Got all the intercooler, the headlights out of the way. Wow! That was so loud. Gabe's getting the engine hoist in. It's looking good. Now I need it. Oh, that's so loud.
Sorry.
Now I have to disconnect the downpipe from the turbo. I think that's what it's called. I'm still new at this stuff, so take it easy on me. We're gonna go ahead and get rid of the cruise control because we don't need yo, it's like tipping, so be careful. It's 9:55, so hopefully we can get this done tonight because I'm determined. But now I just need to get rid of the exhaust off the back of the turbo and the drive shaft from the trans. I think we're gonna pull the trans out with it because why not? And I think just disconnect some more wiring, some grounds, and some other in the fuel line. We have to disconnect all the fuel things, and we should be good to go. Can you remove this to the heater core, please? It's already loosened. You just gotta take it and just twist it. Like twist it to break it loose. You having problems over there, Gabe?
I don't need your help.
You got it? What are you all the way? Why are you all the way in the back? We got Jordan grinding, we got Matt in the car taking out drive shaft, we got Gabe putting the hoist together, and we have yours truly trying to disconnect the motor. The WD-40 didn't work?
No, it's a lot of brute force.
Alright, let's just send it somewhere. So just a little overview of everything we've taken out. Obviously all this stuff on the sides, but you have to disconnect, obviously, the downpipe from the back of the turbo. You have to disconnect the starter, disconnect the heater core, goes inside the alternator, anything, basically all the wiring and stuff. Still have another plug right here, that green plug. Basically disconnect all the wiring from it, and just the radiator and all that, obviously. Power steering, anything that's going on the engine has to come off. So just kind of go around the edges of it, make sure you're good to go. And we'll talk about down beneath here in a second. The fuel line was being a little stubborn. This other one just pulled right out, right here. That other one just pulled right out. We might just disconnect it from that screw point right there, which leads into it. We'll just have this bottom one to go, and that might be it. There might be a few more wires. We're gonna pull the whole tranny with it. Maybe not, so I haven't decided yet. So Gabe got the engine hoist together. Jordan, give her a try. That might hold an engine. I got the two motor mounts down, or the motor mount down here, and on the other side, this top bracket here, undone. You guys under here working on the drive shaft to disconnect it from it all.
You
just
actually messed me up.
Okay, they're having a romance thing under there, but it's currently 11:49. Hopefully we can get this out tonight. If not, might have to tackle it in the morning, but the engine hoist is ready to go. And that's our goal, is to get it out tonight so we can start tearing it apart tomorrow. It's looking a little bit more bare each and every minute, but you thought that was funny? You think that was funny? But now we're just disconnecting the wiring harness. It just looks like a complete mess because it is. But just like the wiring harness that has to disconnect from every single little sensor and plug on here. But now we're gonna take a little break. It's currently 12:02. We might go at it for another hour or two or 7, right boys? Yeah. So stupid us just realized that we actually didn't have to undo a lot of these wiring connectors like these here that go right there. But you'd have to undo the ones that go to the engine bay itself. But you can just disconnect the master control, that's what I'm going to call it because it looks like that. Just the master disconnecting thing. Basically the thing that connects the motor to the car and the chassis. So we're just going to go ahead and try to unplug that. There's one in there, that bolt, and that bolt. There's one of those on each side. On like either side of the oil pan. Change of plans again. I'm going to go ahead and disconnect the transmission from the motor via these bolt splits right here. This crack right here, it splits. So we're basically just taking out all these super long bolts, labeling all the baggies. We got baggies for everything over here, so we'll know what we labeled and where the bolts go. So basically, my plan is, I haven't read any forums on really how to do this. I'm just kind of playing it by ear, just because learning things, right? Basically, pull the motor up and out, the engine hoist, dropping the tranny throughout the bottom. Probably doing the transmission tomorrow, getting the motor out tonight.
Yep, I gotta use my other hand. No!
So we got all the trans bolts out. You can even see we tugged on it, little gap here. Now we have to find a freaking rope around here, or I say rope, probably a chain, somewhere around here. And I think, well, I'll probably look up where to attach it to. I've never really done this. But somewhere secure, right? Right? So this motor weighs 350 pounds roughly.
We can both hold on to
Okay, both you guys hold on to this. This rope, if this rope can hold both you guys and we double it up, we'll be even safe. Test it out. So I don't think we have a chain, but we have this high quality rope. Okay. Okay, Gabe. I mean, Matt. Oh, dude, it will be fine. Nice new stuff, and I think it's definitely gonna hold this motor. This motor's not crazy heavy. So we ran it through this little eyelet here, which we've read a lot of people lift it by that. Also, we heard people lift by the intake manifold. Sounds a little sketch, heard someone did it. So we just went ahead and ran it underneath there on either side just to distribute some weight from it. And we're gonna run it through here twice around the hook. So this will go around the hook twice. And hopefully everything goes well. We're just gonna take it really nice and slow.
Okay, but the alternator bracket attached to the alternator.
That is.
Oh, we're pretty much on that. No joke.
This thing would not fit in there, dude. It's thick. It's thick.
I think it fit. It'd be close.
I don't know.
Let me go to the other side. It's 4:22 in the morning. Matt's checked out years ago. We didn't get the motor out. Here's where we were stuck on. We got everything out, we think, every single bolt. Can't separate the engine from the transmission. We were first gonna pull it all, but then we have to pull the CV axles on each side. This is how you learn things. Let me know if you guys have any tips, but probably whenever you see this video, we'll probably have this motor out in the morning, hopefully. It's been a long night. Alright guys, that's gonna wrap up this video. Thank you guys so much for watching. Make sure you like this video and subscribe. Stay up to date on the builds. Up to date on the builds, boys. Have a good one. Take care.